should be getting close to the end now. And that's that. Time to head back to Ares. If he has anything to do with all this.
Your boss looks like she's about to strangle me with one of those vines. Something happened in there?
Ares? Between the feral ghouls, the strangler vines, and that insane sheep robot, I've about reached my limit with this place. And your antics. I don't know if this is some kind of trap or elaborate cover-up, but we need to get through that door and get answers. Now!
Whoa, trap? Where's this coming from? Hold on. Did you say sheep robot? Like the Baba kind or the killer robot kind?
Ares, the door! Now! Please!
Jerry, just give me a second. Yeesh.
Nearly there now. We're getting closer to the truth. I can feel it. Agreed.
Alright, let's see here. Login credentials, check. Terms of employment, yeah. Benefits enrollment expired, sure. And done. Trust me now? I'll even lead the way, so if you change your mind, it'll be easier to shoot me in the back.
Thank you for opening the door. But know that if we find anything linking you to this, you're still going to have to answer for it.
Add it to the catalog of questionable things I already have to answer for.
Seems like you've been pretty thorough. Are you ready to discuss what you've found? Excellent. I'll take what you've collected. Let me take a look at what you found. I just need a minute to review it all.
Pull out your decoder rings, kids. It's detective time.
Let's see. That's concerning. Wait a moment. This name. I know this name. I think I've seen enough. Initiate, we should discuss our findings. Well, it seems like Cassie was indeed a part of this caravan group, but I think it'd be a good idea to step through the evidence together. I may have been assuming too much about Blue Ridge's involvement. I'd like to be on the same page, so where would you like to start? This was a routine trip until the end. Something kept them here and forced them to set up camp so close to home. That's right. The storm forced them to bunk down. They were an extra large group, too, with only one guard. Sitting ducks. Indeed. It looks like we have a clear account of their last moments here. That was my take as well. Based on Cassie's description and the letter you found earlier, we can assume they were these Hellcat mercenaries. The total number of people they've abducted, though, is staggering. Nearly 15 in this trip alone. Right, the manifest. One name in particular really stood out to me. Did you notice it? As, idiosyncratic as his behavior has been, there's not much evidence suggesting such.
I'm right here, you know.
Besides, Ares was only assigned to one trip and no one even went missing. The person I'm referring to is Dr. Blackburn. Not only was he present on multiple trips, but Cassie makes mention of him speaking with the armed strangers. Likely these Hellcat mercenaries you've dealt with. I imagine Dr. Blackburn was the one employing them. I knew the name sounded familiar. I had read it in Shin's report of your very first assignment with us. Think back, Initiate. Do you recall why Dr. Blackburn had been seeking our assistance? That's right. Dr. Blackburn was seeking assistance with his experiments. Something about curing diseases and helping people. I suspected it was too good to be true, and the evidence here certainly doesn't look promising. But could he really be kidnapping people? Indeed we do. Dr. Blackburn was hiring these Hellcat mercenaries to kidnap people from this route. It would appear they were cautious at first, but took advantage of a radstorm to steal away an entire group. An unfortunate end, but there's still hope of finding them. The only thing left is to report back our findings and determine Blackburn's location. I'm glad I had you here, Initiate. There's a few things I'm sure I would have missed if you hadn't been here to help. I do believe we make a pretty great team. Fair enough. I know I got rather carried away with my suspicions. Maybe rash behavior like that has caused you to side with Shin thus far. It's something that I know I need to improve upon, not just as leader of the Brotherhood, but as a person. And hopefully, to begin earning back your trust. Anyway, we should get back to Atlas and report what we found. If we can determine where Blackburn took this group, we may be able to track down Cassie, and perhaps countless others. I'll meet you there. Good work, Initiate. Ares? My rash behavior was unfitting of my position, and frankly, unfair to you.
Water under the bridge. All of my best friendships start with misplaced suspicion of mass kidnapping.
I will take your word for it. I am sorry either way.
If you really want to make it up to me, I've heard you guys have some killer rocket launchers to spare.
Absolutely not.
I'm glad you and the righteous paladin got the answers you sought. I honestly wasn't following. Something about cats and rug burn, I don't know. But it would be real swell if you found this lot safe and sound. Or any of us. Who are you? Who is the paladin? Who am I? Now, that's a good question. Well, I know that I'm glad you killed it. If it found me first, you'd be talking to a pile of diced meat right now. Oh, no problem. You should head over to Big Ben East sometime. Join us for a caravan run. You're a natural at walking through dark train tunnels.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth? Way above my station, but I wish I knew more about the Knight and Paladin's argument.
See if anyone needs help with anything.
Initiate. Good. You're here. We finally have a clear picture about the abductions, and it's time to do something about it. The Hellcat Company has been abducting people. Our findings at Harper's Ferry mean that Dr. Blackburn is almost certainly involved.
I can't believe he just walked in here. He must have been at work even then. I never said it was my fault, Initiate. To think, the arrogance he must have had.
Enough of that. The question facing us now is how to find him and the people who've been taken. Lucky for us, Scribe Valdez has made a discovery of her own while we were away.
That's right. Remember the Pip-Boy you found in the Uncanny Caverns? It took a while to crack the encryption, but I've unlocked it. It came from Vault 96. Well, we're not sure it is.
What we do know is that we have a definitive lead to follow. The super mutant threat takes priority. If we find the missing civilians in the process, so much the better. But we cannot ignore this lead either way.
Unsurprisingly, Knight Shin and I don't see eye to eye on this. Fortunately, in this case, we don't have to. I think they're connected. A vault would be a great place to hide abductees. The Pip-Boy might even have come from someone that escaped. Investigating the vault is our best lead for either mystery, and maybe an answer to both.
Then we're agreed. The vault will be your next target. Scribe Valdez will accompany you. A vault is a potential trove of exactly the kind of technology the Brotherhood is meant to catalog and secure.
I've marked Vault 96 on your map. We don't know what we're walking into, or even how we'll get in, to be honest. We'll need to be cautious. Step 1 is finding a way in. You'll take point. Based on other vaults we found crossing the country, the vault should have an emergency transponder. Once you've secured the entrance, the controls for the transponder are usually there near the main door. Activate it to give the all clear and I'll follow you in.
And I think we're all in agreement on this one. Find any evidence you can about the missing people and any connection to the super mutants. If Blackburn is there, I want him taken alive. If he really is behind the abductions, he needs to answer for his crimes. You have your orders, Initiate. Good luck. Dismissed.
Okay, Erica. You're doing great.
Two sets of plans, and the Initiates don't know who to report to. This can't last forever.
Thought running my own operation would involve this much paperwork.
What would the Elders do in this situation?
Order, learning, protection. I have everything I need here.
Need to see if we can spare...
Little late to the party, aren't you? If you're looking to loot the place, some Blood Eagles are ahead of you in line. I'd stop you, but, I think I quit. Our squad was guarding the entrance here when we were overrun by Blood Eagles. Killed everyone. Me too. I just haven't kicked it yet. Name's Woods. Corporal Woods, Hellcat Company. Mercenaries. We got hired by this creep of a doctor to guard the place. Among other things. Promised us salvage rights here when he was done. And I don't think we're gonna collect on that. Yeah. Raider types, but more bloodthirsty, you know? You can usually deal with the crater sort. Blood Eagles, though. They enjoy the killing. Hell of a bedside manner you've got. You know I'm dying, right? Go ahead. Not like I'm doing anything else. Clock's ticking, though. Seriously? I'm bleeding out in front of you and you want my life story? Hell. Rather die with somebody than alone. Whatever. Best of a bad situation, alright? The Hellcats had limits. A code. Better than joining up with raiders. We did good jobs as often as bad. Until this time, at least. It's our own fault. We got lazy. This place is so far out of the way, nobody ever passes by. Kind of the point. We figured we'd be shooing off the occasional stray scavenger that came poking around. This lot sent grenades through the entrance before we knew they were there. Rushed us while we were recovering. I took a bullet in the gut. Bastards left me to die slowly, because they thought it was funny. Yeah, Blackburn. Real unnerving guy, even before we found out what he was doing. Kidnapping was just the start of it. We should have cut ties then, contract or no. Even mercs should have lines they don't cross. I'd say I didn't have a choice, but we're mercenaries. We do it for the money, not some noble ideal. Nobody to blame but ourselves. Jesus, interrogating a dying woman. That's stone cold. Ah, don't look like that. I'm just fucking with you. This is important. Maybe you can fix our mistakes. It's where he had us bringing him. Other squads did, I mean. I was just guard duty. Not that it makes me any less guilty. Whether or not any of them are left alive? No clue. Wouldn't count on it, with the Blood Eagles ransacking the place. Can't figure the dock will last long either. That doesn't bother me, though. That's kind. Bad. I've seen enough gut shots in my time to know a stim pack and bandages aren't gonna fix this. This one's got my name on it. God knows I've done enough to deserve it.
Wow, it's freezing in here. Look at all this ice. The environmental controls must be damaged. What happened here? Those are Hellcat Company uniforms, right? It looks like a massacre. Well, that's gonna complicate things. If the Hellcats were here already, then Blackburn, the abductions, and the super mutants are all tied together somehow. Give me a moment to look at these terminals. Oh, that's not good. The vault's on internal lockdown. I guess someone's responding to the Blood Eagle attack. If there are automated defenses still working, they'll all be active. We may be facing more than just Blood Eagles. Be careful. Let's get moving. I'll follow your...
Personal log, Dr. Edgar Blackburn. Returned to Appalachia. After all these years, I have come back. Back to Appalachia. To West Virginia. To the home of my greatest personal and scientific failure. Academic research was a dead end. The world was descending into riots and ruin. Food shortages were increasing. Generating papers in a university lab to attempt to secure tenure seemed pointless. It felt
I was
irresponsible
able to
in
use
the
the
face of
Hitler's
everything
protocols
happening.
to get the
West
data
Tech approached me
private
about
servers.
joining the
If you run
Greenhouse
into any
Initiative.
more locked doors,
Genetic
let me know.
engineering to produce new crops and multiply production. It swept away my concerns about joining the private sector. Here was a chance to be on the cutting edge and solve real problems at the same time. Dr. Dumont described the goals of the Pan-Immunity Variant and the Greenhouse Initiative in terms that set my mind ablaze. There was satisfaction to be had there, doing the best work, advancing humanity, making the world better than it was. Then the funding vanished. The research staff was being cut with no explanation, simply a shift in priorities. Dumont begged me to stay, promising the new work would be vital and challenging. To my everlasting shame, I did, and long.
Getting goosebumps. Something's near.
I gotta lay off the camera.
It seems I have an excess of visitors today. Ah, yes. The one I met at Fort Atlas. I did hope we would meet again under more convivial circumstances. These are not they, unfortunately. I have no quarrel with the Brotherhood, but I must ask you to leave immediately. Please leave me be. I cannot be responsible for what may happen if you remain.
I guess we found Dr. Blackburn. Looks like most of this place is locked off. We need to search everywhere, but our options are limited right now. The door labeled mainframe and stuff open, though. Let's start there.
This vault was a biological research facility originally. They're like a small team of geniuses. Blind. Why? Perhaps it is fitting that I found this place. I have been honest about my purpose, after a fashion, but less than forthcoming about its nature.
Go. Go, go, go.
Robotics control failure in the mainframe wing. Activating emergency fabrication protocol FS-401.
Jeanette, circuits 10-1857. Got it.
Fabrication system offline. Activating emergency repair protocol CR-889.
889, that's Hans. We need a reactor brownout.
All right, give me a minute.
109's next. Jeanette?
Ready on the detonator.
Molly, are you in?
Sorry, just a...
Round out in 3, 2, 1.
Power fluctuations detected in the engineering wing. Activating emergency stabilization protocol ES-109. Detonation in the cryogenics wing.
That should do it.
Activating superseding protocol Omega.
Eric?
That's not in the database. What?
Protocol confirmed. All exits have sealed to prevent a containment breach. Calculating optimal process to exterminate all personnel in the vault. Done. All remaining personnel may now be terminated.
I'm locked out!
I got it. Cover the door. Damn it. Almost.
Data upload from compromised system detected. Suspect data stream has been quarantined.
What? Bypass! Bypass! Ah!
All residents have been terminated. Operation successful. Have a nice day.
Research log, Dr. Edgar Blackburn, number 22. In retrospect, my enthusiasm for the cryogenically preserved specimens in the vault was excessive, if not actually misplaced. I am down to the last 4 viable test subjects. Further research is at an impasse, unless I move to human subjects. Obtaining volunteers will be impossible. The necessary experimentation to even approach a functional result will be unavoidably fatal to some. I will have to take extreme measures to obtain subjects. Thousands, perhaps millions of lives will be saved. Utility trumps sentimentality. End log.
Probably a squirrel again. Where's my mama?
Your persistent refusal to depart is a distraction I do not need. Please, I am asking you again, leave this place and do not return. There is nothing more to fear but sorrow. Whatever you think you will accomplish here, I promise you that you will not.
Promise, I don't want your money, just your ears.
Research log, Dr. Edgar Blackburn, number 38. The capture of human test subjects is itself less difficult than I imagined. The people of Appalachia are in bad need of medicine, and lone travelers are easy to approach when one is a doctor. I tell myself these acts are necessary. Completed without living human subjects to experiment upon. It is I compound failure upon failure. In my quiet hours, I question what I have made of myself in pursuit of this goal. I began this enterprise fully cognizant of what it might take. But even with that foreknowledge, I could not comprehend the weight of it. Have I become different from that fool Elias? A fond monster? Am I deluded, believing myself capable of success? These moments pass. I push aside those doubts and focus on the work before me. The people of Appalachia need this. The world needs this. Let them vilify me when they learn what I have done. I will make a better future for them, even if I do not live to see it myself. And long.
Glad that's over with.
Is that you, Basher? Wow, you're an even worse liar than I am. Wait, that voice. I know who you are. Oh, you're the one I talked to back at Fort Atlas.
You know her?
Listen, we're in a bad way here. Cut off from the rest of our people and the damn robots keep coming in waves. We need help. I've been trying to get us out of here since we've been locked in. I just found this vault security key card. Should open all the doors in this place. You help us, and it's yours. Now we're talking. Give me a sec to get the door open.
Good thing Shin's not here. I don't think he'd agree to this.
No shooting, boys. They're on our side. Crap, they come again. Damn. Good thing you showed up when you did. Looks like I was right about you. Shame we keep meeting under these circumstances. We could get into some real trouble. Can't believe the Brotherhood bailed us out. Well, a deal's a deal. Key card's yours. All yours. You got this far, so I'm guessing the way you came is clear. Thanks again. Maybe we won't even shoot you if we see you again. No promises.
You got interesting friends, Initiate.
Research log, Dr. Edgar Blackburn, number 57. I begin to doubt my own sanity at times. My efforts, while not without progress, continue to fail to bear real fruit. The FEV seems almost deliberately malignant, as if it had a consciousness, and rejects my every attempt to bend it toward a benevolent end. I've come to recognize the signs of imminent metastasis and conversion to the so-called supermutant state. I am ill-equipped to deal with the product of such failure, and have taken to disposing of these unfortunates outside the vault itself. I regret that my current methods of disposal may, in the short term, increase the supermutant population in Appalachia, but it cannot be avoided. End log.
These vessels were once filled with specimens, stocked here so that captive scientists could turn them into perversions of nature. Like West Tech, they concerned themselves only with whether they could do these things, not what benefit they might bring. At best, they made weapons. Such a pointless waste. I have turned what they left behind to better ends.
Oh my god. The smell.
I regret the ugliness you find here. The things I had to do. They were necessary, but that necessity made them no more pleasant or palatable. Seeing these things, I imagine you must intend to kill me. I do not blame you for this.
Somebody get us out of here.
You're not with those others, are you? Can you get us out of here? Not exactly. I think the locks are controlled remotely. The doctor guy always does something back behind the stairs there, before he comes back to grab one of us for his tests. Okay, I was gonna go for a walk, but I guess I'll stay here for now. Sorry, seriously, though. Thank you.
Don't let me die in here.
Is he coming back?
Genetic research log, week 100, retrospective. Our first mutations were simple enough. Venom, regeneration, electrogenesis, natural phenomena with well-understood biochemical processes. Despite my initial misgivings, developing, adapting, and enhancing general-purpose mutagenic sequences has been a fascinating challenge. So much so that I fear we have set the bar too high. Eric's quotas are ever more aggressive, even as potential research targets grow increasingly elusive. Molly and I have moved on to more speculative mutations, chameleonization, pyrokinesis, cryokinesis. But after that, I am less certain. This pace is maddening. How much longer can we maintain it?
Molly Cooper, biology, log 280. What is this? The specimen record is blank. No vitals, no measurements, no source data, just an ID, X001. The cellular structure is unlike anything I've ever seen. I can't even identify the organelles. I ran it through the DNA sequencer twice. All. I talked it over with Nina, and she's gonna try splicing it into some of the cellular structures at random, just to see what happens. It's a long shot, but we have a quota to meet. Fucking Vault Tech.
Somebody get us out of here.
Oh, thank God. You've got my thanks, stranger. Introductions are in order, I guess. My name's Cassie. Did I say that already?
I can't take it anymore.
I'm not injured. Got lucky. The doc didn't do any surgery on me. That nut job was dosing me with diseases, though. Said he was testing incubation and immune response times. Weird thing is, he kept apologizing. Bad case of sludge lung now. But I'm holding up. Some of the others are in worse shape.
I can't take it anymore.
For real? You must be my guardian angel. Well, I did get kidnapped and locked up by mad scientists, so maybe not. But still, thank you. You get to miss him breathing normally.
Please, help us.
I think we're the last surviving ones. It used to be more. When he takes you out of the cells, you don't always come back. Hasn't been down here in a few days, though. Figured he got what he wanted, or someone done him in. Good timing on your part. The crappy rations he gave us last time are nearly gone. Maybe I could, but there's no way the rest will. I don't even know where we are, but I'm guessing we're not close to civilization. These folks won't make it a mile in their condition.
It's better if they stay here. When we've cleared the vault, I'll radio Fort Atlas. They can send the medics with the recovery team and get them to safety.
Is he coming
Whatever
back?
Fort Atlas is, that sounds good to me. Thanks kindly.
I'll leave some food and water for you to share until help arrives.
You're a peach.
I can't take it anymore.
We ain't going anywhere. Hey, if you run into that crazy doctor, give him a kick for me, all right? Can't thank you enough for what you've done.
You're here to rescue us?
Doctor, he's insane.
Don't let him take me again.
Gotta find a way out of here. We can't last much longer. The things he did to us.
Research log, Dr. Edgar Blackburn, number 112. My work's demand for human subjects has increased dramatically as I make ground toward my ultimate goal. To this end, I have contracted with a group of mercenaries calling themselves the Hellcat Company. Trustworthy, if such a term applies here. They display a useful moral flexibility. They do not question the nature of my work or my need for human subjects, and I do not illuminate them. Already they have begun acquiring new subjects at a far greater pace than I could, and a contingent remained to guard the vault itself. I must be careful. A mercenary is only as loyal as their pay, after all. My control of the vault security systems keeps them in check. For now, and long. Seems futile. I ask one final time. Leave this vault and the things you have seen. You cannot change what has happened here. Leave me to this cold and lonely place.
The card doesn't work? Blackburn must have overridden the door codes. Probably guessed the looters might find a key card eventually if they had the run of the place. If he's changed the codes for the door, we're not getting through normally. I knew a lot of knights that would probably try to blow up the door. But I think we can do better than that. These doors are hydraulically sealed. If we can find the lines that feed to this door, we might be able to cut the pressure holding it shut. Look for a utility room nearby. This should be it. Take a look. See if you could find the lines to the Overseer's office. Nice work. You might have a future as a scribe if you wanted. Let's head back. The door should be open now.
It appears neither the Vault defenses nor the Blood Eagles were a match for you. Quite formidable. You can lower your weapons. It would clearly be futile for me to struggle, and I surrender willingly. Yes, I assumed as much when you entered. Very well. Consider me arrested, if you must. I am ready to face any judgment the Brotherhood wishes to mete out. My work here is complete, regardless. And it is too late for you to stop it. Simply that I have achieved my goal. The FEV is perfected, and it is too late for you to change that. My sacrifices accomplish this. It has been paid in full, and now salvation awaits humanity.
What? You can't do anything with it now. We've caught you. You're finished.
Have I given you any reason to believe I have not already taken the necessary action?
Okay, that's not good.
I have completed it. I turned a flawed miscreation into something that will heal an ill and wounded humanity. But if by that you mean, what have I done with the result? It is no longer here. I have associates. They are even now finalizing the mechanisms of its distribution. You are too late.
Paladin Romani needs to hear about this immediately.
Ah, yes. Too far? Does that term even apply when the goal is the permanent protection of humanity from the horrors of the wasteland? I told you my work focused on the health of Appalachia's people. You must see that my research was towards that aim. FEV was never intended to be a source of abominations and grotesqueries. It was to be the next step in human evolution. Our refinement into something greater and better. Certainly the fools at West Tech were more obsessed with observing its failures than correcting them. But its true purpose was for good, and now it will fulfill that purpose. Because of me.
Listening to this is making me understand Shin's point of view.
This is true. I wish it could have been avoided. It was easier and safer, for myself, if not for others, to release those failures before their metamorphosis was complete. I had work to finish, and I knew the Brotherhood was out there to deal with the errors.
Your errors tunneled into Fort Atlas and could have killed everyone!
Is that so? It seems my failures were indeed steps on the road to success. That level of coordination suggests an increase in cognitive development over the typical example. Still, I bear the Brotherhood no ill will. My apologies for that. I am sure your Brotherhood will happily interrogate me until I have no tale left to tell. I will be entirely forthcoming. Though I expect you will want to conduct your inquisition within confines more amenable to the Brotherhood. As for the contents of this vault, the Brotherhood is free to collect anything they like. My work here is finished.
I don't like the sound of that.
I have no doubt that... And yet you will not, will you? The brother... Besides, my death can no longer stop my work. Contrary to what you may think, I did not lie to you when we spoke at Fort Atlas. I did say it would be difficult for a layperson to understand. What you call insanity is merely the regrettable necessity of my work. That it condemns me in your eyes, or consigns me to whatever hell may exist, is a price I pay willingly. I have ensured the future of humanity, not just in Appalachia, but the world. No cost is too high for this. Were it possible to achieve it without the suffering of innocence, I would have done so.
After seeing what you've done here, I hope hell does exist.
Despise me if you will. I took no pleasure in what had to be done. Do you believe I did this all blindly? Groping madly in the bodies of the innocent for some unknown and hallucinatory secret? With each iteration, each test conducted, I identified flaws in the virus and calculated their removal. I have no doubt in my work.
It sounds like you haven't actually tested your perfect virus.
There are steps being taken as we speak. Any miscalculations that might exist are minor and will be addressed shortly. It would be pointless for me to resist it. Yes, Consider me arrested. My work here is Do you think I take any pleasure or pride in that fact? Think what you will, but I am not inhuman. Had I been capable of accomplishing my goal without them, I would have done so. I am neither a sadist nor a homicidal maniac. I do not expect forgiveness. But I am certain what I have done will bear sufficient consequence without fabricating new sins to hang upon me. Let me go. Had I committed any offense of which you could possibly have been aware? I am at your disposal, then.
You can head out. I'll radio for a team to secure the site and get the prisoners to safety. Then bring Blackburn back to the fort. I'm sure the others are going to have a lot of questions for him. Good work, Initiate. I'm glad you were here.
There is nothing left for you here. I am certain your paladin and knight will extract any information
Good work in
they
here,
need
Initiate.
once I am under guard.
Get a hold of yourself.
Bastard. Nina's dead. Eric, dead. All because of your damn quotas. If you can't show a little compassion, shut the hell up.
Hey, now. I regret what happened to Nina. I truly do. But we're wasting time. What? There, that should disable the sensors. Now listen carefully. They aren't my quotas. They never have been. They're set by the mainframe. Look, they are next week's numbers.
God. There's no way.
Why didn't you tell us? It's on a hair trigger. If it detects anything, any word of conspiracy or sedition, it will kill us. I had to be sure. The only way we survive the next week is to take it out.
You want us to fight our way out?
We don't have to. For the past 2 years, I've been working on a virus, Seraph. Upload it into the mainframe and it can take over. Shut down the system, the experiments, everything. It can let us out. The EMS won't be a problem. I designed that system. My students wrote the damn protocols. I can beat it.
We can't go on like this. I'm in. For Nina.
Jeanette? Hans?
All right.
What the hell? Sure.
Here's what I need from you. We move on Saturday, just before the quota check. Be ready.
Sensor discrepancy detected in the Overseer's office. Applying cancellation algorithm. Done.
Have a good week, everyone. Dismissed.
Research log, Dr. Edgar Blackburn.
I've said enough.
148. I can feel the end approaching. The equations fall into place, and I can see the shape of it. The perfected FEV. Even in my restless dreams. That vision of the goal is the only succor now. What I have done to reach it can never be washed away. I have been right. But that is small comfort. I give them numbers now. And try not to listen when they speak to me, pleading. I prefer to sedate them when removing them from their holding cells. Unconscious, they cannot weep or stare accusingly at me. I cannot make them understand that we are alike part of a greater destiny. They think me inhuman, uncaring. I know I would be no different were our roles reversed.
Think of me what you will.
I do not blame them for hating me. I lie in my cot at night and see their faces. I remember them all, and wait for sleep to carry me to the visions of when I can finally stop. Final candidate number 3 is ready for verification. I am within 2, perhaps 3 iterations of success. Will I be able to sleep untroubled when this is over? Or will punishment for what I have done be a mercy, freeing me from its memory and log?
I've said enough at present. I'm sure your officers will have plenty to ask of me.
Personal log, Dr. Edgar Blackburn, Huntersville. I should never have allowed Dumont to convince me to stay with West Tech when they shuttered the Greenhouse Initiative. The Panimmunity variant was intended to shield us from biological warfare and make the population safe from the horrors war could unleash. The Greenhouse Initiative turned the same work to feeding the ever-increasing starving masses. Noble goals and worthy science. The discovery of the FEV abandoned all that. The awesome potential of the virus, what it could do if harnessed to those same ends. Ignored. Instead, they saw a weapon. Super soldiers. Small-minded bureaucrats and their pet scientists had the keys to human evolution and saw only profit in war. Dr. Khan, a disgrace to that title, took over. And even those miserable goals were cast aside in favor of the perverse. Infecting the water supply of Huntersville just to observe the effects? Why? We knew the virus in its current state produced horrors. Had we been looking for a cure, perhaps it could have been justified. But Khan had no such interest. He did it because he could. Were I a better man, a better scientist, I would have left immediately. My belated resignation does me little credit. And log.
You should be getting back to Fort Atlas, Initiate. You should be getting back to Fort
Research log, Dr. Edgar Blackburn. For one, under any other circumstance, it would feel foolish to begin recording these before my work has even meaningfully begun. I developed this habit during my graduate studies, a tool helping me as much to retain my insights as to preserve my failures. Here, when nothing about what I am to undertake is normal, I break with tradition and start these logs now. Posterity requires this moment be kept. What I am about to do will almost assuredly make of me a villain in the eyes of many. And must be conducted in secret. Here, for whatever person may one day hear this, I say for the record that what I will do, I do out of love. An unselfish love that knows no rest. Not for a person. No cliched deceased spouse or lost child motivates me. Humanity is my love. Though none would accuse me of excess sentiment. We are a species tormented by the ravages of the Great War, reduced to vermin eking out an existence in the rubble of the world that was. The mistakes of my past are writ on the face of every survivor, living in fear of the mutated horrors that stalk the wasteland. I can correct this. I must. We are not meant to live like this. There is a way forward. To free us from the horrors I created. Yet I fear the failures that lie between me and the future I see. They will be many, and they will cause a great deal of pain before I am done. The sins of West Tech must be undone. The price will be extreme, but it must be paid. If my life is included in that price, I will pay it gladly. I record this log not to seek forgiveness. I neither deserve nor require it. I ask only that you, my hypothetical listener, know that that the things to come are not the product of ill intent or a sadistic mania. One day, good will come of the evil I am sent to do. I hope that you are there to see it, and understand, and long.
It's dangerous to go alone. It's dangerous to go in groups. It's just dangerous out there. So stock up here. You looking at me? How about you stop looking and start buying? Get your rating. Supplies here. Or don't. I don't care. Stock up here before your next kill. Previously owned loot for sale. Mostly blood-free. Need some ammo, chems, or spiky bits to stab people with? You may find some here. Wanna buy some junk?
had a hard day of killing and looting? Don't want to haul it back yourself? Sell it here. Stick up, up. Just kidding. Want to buy or sell? Reminder, any attempted 5-finger discounts will be reclaimed and paid for with said fingers. Note to the gourmands. Human flesh is not acceptable tender here. Please don't stab other customers while they shop. This vendor unit is equipped with anti-theft measures. Don't get any ideas, chump. Caps available in exchange for pillaged loot. Pillaged loot. Available in exchange for caps. Now in stock. Goods acquired through questionable means.
Wasteland is hell. Stay vigilant, Initiate.
I have been fully compliant with your question. Threats are not required.
With everything you've done, you're lucky I'm only threatening you right now.
Please, this argument is getting us nowhere.
Initiate, you're back. Maybe you can help me talk some sense into Romani here. We've been going over what happened at Vault 96 and interrogating our prisoner.
Okay.
This smug monster is practically bragging about torture and unleashing horrors on the world. And Romani is treating him with kid gloves.
I am not bragging. What I have done was necessary. I take no pride in those terrible acts. I will have to live with the shame of them forever. That weight does not, however, diminish that the ends were worth the means. You will learn that soon enough. My colleagues will see that our creation, a vast improvement on the FEV, is distributed shortly.
Do you see the arrogance, the self-justification? We should end him and be done with it.
Should see if anyone needs help with anything.
Okay, Erica. You're doing great. Oh, my kid.
And what jury wouldn't find this man guilty? You saw what he did with your own eyes.
Preventing Dr. Blackburn's associates from taking this horror any further must be our priority. And we may need the doctor to convince them.
My colleagues have a laboratory hidden beneath the headquarters of my former employer, West Tech. We intend to correct the FEV's mistakes at their birthplace. Poetically appropriate, would you not agree?
Yes. If the doctor's associates are preparing to distribute the virus, we have to put our emotions aside here and get to them before they can. Blackburn's punishment, whatever its form, can wait until Appalachia is safe. Head to West Tech. Find and secure the entrance to this lab, and we'll follow behind.
I don't like this, Romani. We should be done with him here and now and level this laboratory. This is just like what Elder Maxim faced at Mariposa. Or have you forgotten?
Elder Maxon came to regret acting rashly there. Or have you forgotten?
If they've already begun producing the virus, blowing up the place could just help spread it. We'll need to be a bit more delicate than that.
Very well. If Blackburn is coming with us, I will be watching him. Perhaps he can provide leverage against his fellow lunatics.
If I can prevent further loss of life, I will.
Then it's decided. Initiate, head for West Tech. We've no time to lose. See you there.
For the Brotherhood, and Dr. Hardy, and everyone. Okay, you got this.
Then I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Initiate Houston, reporting for duty. Ugh, I sound like an idiot.
I can do more than just fight. But how do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe when I'm put on patrol day and night?
strongest super mutant. Who? Super mutant! Stuff here. It was nothing. worthless little human! hear something.
When they took me from Huntersville, I thought I was being taken to a hospital. I've been sick for days, but no one at this place seems to care. This room I'm in looks more like a cell. They keep the door locked at all times. The nurse that visits me is the only other person that I've seen since I've gotten here. And he won't talk to me. He keeps giving me injections, but I don't feel any better. What's happening? Why is my skin changing color? Do I have a disease? No one will tell me anything. And honestly, I can't stand this anymore. I just want to get out of this place and go home.
Okay, K-117M. In your own words, please describe how you feel.
I feel different. Like my mind is not my own.
Do you remember who you were?
Yes, I was Billy Sievers, a man living in.
You don't remember where you're from?
No, What's happening to me? Can you make me better?
I'm asking the questions, K-117M. If you're patient, I'll help you, okay?
Yes, I understand.
Good. Good. You're doing really well, K-117M. Now, one more question. If we asked you to help us, would you do exactly as we command?
Yes. Anything. I just want to go home. Wife. Where's my wife?
She's fine, K-117M. Calm down, please.
No! What have you done to my wife? Bring her to me now! I'll kill all of you!
Code Red in interrogation room B. I repeat, Code Red!
Appalachia will know the name Hellcats.
That sure is better than dealing with the fanatics at the pit.
Those crater raiders think they're tough shit. They're just a bunch of amateurs. I'll buy a new gun with my next cut.
I'd better get paid double for this stuff.
The Hellcats ain't nothing like those pansy-ass settlers.
The Merc life is the good life.
Stay where we can see you, Doctor.
No need for that, though. Thus far, have I?
Enough shit. Let's catch up with our
Are we secure, Initiate?
Let's not get overconfident.
The Hellcats were likely here to protect Blackburn's associates from the super mutants above.
Should we expect any further resistance?
I am not aware of the details of the defensive measures my colleagues may have taken. I would not, however, expect them to tolerate trespassers.
We should keep moving.
As you wish. I am your prisoner, after all. I have little choice in the matter. Certainly.
Let's move out. Eyes open.
Edgar, who are these people? What happened to the guards?
The guards are dead, Dr. Farha. This is the Brotherhood of Steel. I have been their guest since they discovered our project. Regrettably, they object to what we are doing.
We will not be intimidated. This facility is secured. You can't get to us. We will finish our work. This isn't the Huntersville strain. Dr. Blackburn has purified the virus of its considerable defects.
We've made something wonderful out of something horrible. We're helping people this time. We've run the simulations. All three of us triple-checked the models and compared to prior experimental data.
We're confident in the formulation.
You know what they say. Human testing is the best testing. A large-scale release will provide a representative sample. Science needs vision, like Dr. Blackburn's, like ours. Let's not let testing hold us back.
Well, no, not as such, but...
Of course we have. Experimentation has identified the key flaws in the original strain. Iterative testing has pinpointed the defective genetic sequences, and we've corrected them.
Well, sure, it might seem hasty, but...
Don't be such a pushover, Jamie.
No, wait. I've also had my doubts. Perhaps we should discuss this after all.
I can see you're troubled. You know what you're doing isn't right. Let's talk through this. We can come to an agreement.
I want to avoid violence. But that's always on the table, as long as you hold Dr. Blackburn hostage. Let him go. Please, let him go, or we will cut off this negotiation and proceed with our plans.
I am afraid you will have to give in on this one. If you truly want to stop our distribution process, I advise you to listen to the doctor's entreaties. It is no joke at all. Allow me to explain. My colleagues could not stop production if they tried. It requires a code. I am the only one who knows the code. I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
Is this true?
Edgar.
You will have to forgive Dr. Farha. She did not know. I added this functionality to our distribution program. As insurance, you might say.
Boy, that's handy, huh?
So there you have it. I am willing to help you in exchange for sparing my colleagues' lives. But you will have to let me in there with them. I assure you, I have only a peaceful resolution in mind.
We cannot seriously be considering this.
I don't like it either. But what other option do we have? If we do nothing, the outcome will be just as catastrophic.
Dr. Farha, Please permit me inside as a sign of good faith from the Brotherhood. I am certain we can negotiate a peaceful resolution and perhaps preserve our work at the same time.
All right. I'm registering you for the security grid. Just you.
With your leave?
Don't make this worse.
This is a mistake.
Now that that is over with, Nellie, prep the test chamber. They want proof of our success. I will give it to them myself.
Edgar, wait!
I am sorry, but this must happen. You will see, and then there will be no more debate.
Edgar, please. Let's talk about this.
You've signed your death warrant, Blackburn.
I will test the sample on myself and be proof of our achievement. Anything you do to me after does not matter. I'm going in. Ready the tag.
We should have executed him when we had the chance.
Now is not the time. We've got to find a way in quickly. There's no time to waste.
FEV flow ready, Doctor.
Initiate procedure. Go.
Initiating.
Please. All of you, this isn't right!
What's this? No. What's happening? This can't be. The figures were correct.
This proves more than anything the need for our brotherhood. The need for our justice.
The scientists are still locked upstairs. Let's hear what they have to say for themselves.
Edgar, I should have known. I did know. We weren't ready. I owe you an apology. Our work was a failure. Any good it might have done was a mirage. I knew it in my heart, but didn't listen. As a token of goodwill, I have used Edgar's code to stop production. We will not distribute the virus. I will make sure of that. But I will not simply let you in. There may be little I can do to stop you, but I will defend my colleagues in what little way I can. I will not freely hand over our lives. This is all I can do to resist. Please leave. Do what you will.
I wouldn't put it past them to have rigged this exit with traps. There must be a password.
We shouldn't waste time searching. If you know how to brute force a terminal, now would be the time.
They've stopped production. This whole sob story sounds like a trap.
We can verify that once the area is secure and send for Scribe Valdez to double check. Until then, stay under.
You've arrived. Please, hear me out. We are scientists. Our work is all we have to give to this broken world. We truly hope to give humanity a better way to fight back. Against the radiation, the mutants, the decay of civilization. We failed. But this doesn't have to be the end. There is so much good that we can still do. Please, spare us your wrath.
Why does it sound like you're giving up? We weren't that far off, just a tweak here or there.
If I may interrupt, I agree with everything Dr. Farha has to say. Despite how it looks, we are not evil people. We wish only to better humankind. Knowing that, what are your intentions with us?
Well put. The Brotherhood exists to keep humanity safe. And your work endangered everyone in Appalachia. If that failed virus had gotten out, countless people could have died. We can't allow you to continue experimenting.
Wait, Shin. It's clear that we can't just let them go. But their knowledge could be valuable to the Brotherhood and the people of Appalachia. Blackburn was the ringleader, but he's gone. We know nothing about the others, and of all people, you and I shouldn't fault anyone for trying to make a difference.
I can. And I will.
Is this still about back then? You can't forgive yourself for your own mistakes, so you refuse to forgive others too. When will you put that behind you?
This has nothing to do with that. There will be no more experiments. And they're too dangerous to keep prisoner.
Wait, you're really going to kill us?
Hold on. We're not killing anybody. We will bring them back to Fort Atlas and have Scribe Valdez monitor their work.
Have you lost your mind?
Think about it. This is exactly why the Brotherhood exists. To safeguard technology. I hate to admit it, but the Elders are right on this. We can't let them go, but we can't destroy what knowledge they have either.
A wise compromise. I'm willing to cooperate. You, the angry one. Consider the fact that universities are no longer operating. In a generation or two, there will be few, if any, people left in the world with a formal education.
How many dozens have you killed? Do you really think your life is worth more than theirs because of your education? We don't need your knowledge if you're deranged enough to resort to human experimentation.
Please, stop this. Let us stop for a moment and talk to each other. There's still much that we haven't told you about our work. And we know little about your Brotherhood. Perhaps we can find out more where our perspectives overlap.
Yes. Maybe some discussion will cool Shin's head. I have no desire for this to come to blows.
Very well. You haven't said anything yet. Surely you have an opinion on this matter.
Scribe Valdez was appalled to find out that people were being turned into super mutants. You really like to burden her with supervising the sociopaths who were behind it.
Don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. As Dr. Jane said, there is more to our story, if you'd be willing to hear it. Let's pause and open the floor for conversation, shall we?
Make it quick, Initiate. Shouldn't take long to see through their lies.
I urge you to reconsider. This was never meant to come to violence. I never intended to hurt anyone. Dr. Blackburn was in charge of procurement. He told us they were volunteers. It was only later that... But by then... Please understand, we were so close. It could have ended any day. And everything we did was for the greater good. We must carry forward what we learned, or all that sacrifice will have been for nothing. Dr. Farha may disagree, but I'd like to finish the FEV formula. We can implement new safety measures, animal experiments on thorough waste disposal. We're so close to improving the human race as we know it. The world has changed, my friend. How are we to survive if we don't change with it? They are good people. Dr. Farah is quite strict, but it's because she cares. About Nellie particularly. The girl is unorthodox, but you can't fault her for it. We're all born differently into this world. And about Dr. Blackburn. The world has lost a visionary intellect. It's a shame. A tragedy. Please don't let this work go to waste.
What questions do you have for me? Or has your party made a decision? We could focus the idea of human evolution into a more targeted formula. Say, a formula to increase muscle bulk, or to repel radiation. In fact, I hear serums of that sort may already be circulating among the survivors of the region. I'd like to study what they have created and improve upon it. It went too far. And quite frankly, I regret bringing the others onto this project. By the time I figured out that Dr. Blackburn was experimenting on humans, Ellie and Dr. Jane had already become passionate about the project. I was unable to convince them to pull back. I stayed in the hopes that my objections could save even one innocent person from being experimented on. You're right. No excuse will make up for my mistake. That is why I hope to keep living and contribute what I can to the greater good. Dr. Blackburn and Dr. Jane were my college associates. They didn't know each other at the time. I met Nellie when she broke through my window to search for scraps, as wasteland survivors do. She was more interested in my research notes than my leftovers, so I took her in, taught her what I know. I'm responsible for the actions of my associates. I ask that you have mercy on them, if not me.
I heard when the Brotherhood breaks down your door, they say, "Add victory. Hand over your arms." Is that true? Oh, wow. That's scary. You really made my heart skip a beat. I don't have any arms. Well, unless you mean human arms, because I've got 2 of those, but they're mine. You can't have them. Wrong. It's all wrong. We ran the models, but the models were wrong. I know exactly where to change the ratios to make this work. I can make it work. We just need one more chance. Don't run from science. Let us do this. Let us change the world. What about them? Is that any worse than being human? As Dr. Jane says, all life is sacred. You'd probably gun them down regardless, right? to improve the human race. If I was kidnapped for our experiments, I wouldn't mind. Oh, are you a licensed medical professional? Even if you are, it's pretty rude to make sudden, unwarranted diagnoses of people you just met. Okay, I guess. Janie and Farah? Well, I don't think anybody liked me before Farah, so I'm glad we're together. Janie worries too much. She's always asking, are we doing the right thing? Is this gonna work? You don't know until you try. Edgar was the most fun of all. Too bad he miscalculated. You're not really gonna kill us, are you? I'm awfully young to die. You can fit a lot of experiments into 60 more years.
We need to come to an agreement. I won't stand for impulsive violence. The scientists are to return to Fort Atlas with us and work alongside Scribe Valdez on a new project that we all agree upon. These are smart people. They just need to be pointed in the right direction. They could still do a lot for humanity. Their methods were cruel and wrong, but no one is beyond forgiveness. What matters is what they do from today onward. Let's give them a chance to make things right. Then we must stand up for what we believe. We will not allow Shin to create a hateful brotherhood which passes judgment as it sees fit. This is human life we're talking about. Haven't enough died already? I'm glad to hear you say that. Unfortunately, I'm afraid it may be a breaking point for Shin. Once he realizes his authority isn't respected, I suspect he'll run back to the Elders with his tail between his legs. This chapter of the Brotherhood will become what it should be, with or without Shin. I hope you can see what we need to do here. What we need to do for the Brotherhood.
Those who commit crimes against humanity must be punished. It wouldn't be right to let them run free. Not to the people they killed, and not to the people they could kill in the future. The Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia, and of the world. I don't see what other option there is. As I stated before, they're too dangerous to hold prisoner, so we either ignore the danger, or eradicate it. Whether I'm being dogmatic or not is irrelevant. My goal is to find a solution to a threat, and I don't see you offering any other suggestions. It hasn't been a matter of if for some time now. Only a matter of when. I'm fully prepared to uphold the integrity of the Brotherhood in whatever way Romani makes necessary. If that is truly where you stand, then I have failed. I did everything I could to bring this chapter of the Brotherhood back in line. To teach you what it means to stand for a cause, but without the authority of the Elders. I am powerless to enforce it. I fear there may be nothing left I can do here that still has meaning. That is none of your concern.
How long do you intend to sweep it under the rug like nothing happened? You're torturing yourself, Shin, and they deserve to know.
Maybe so. But this is neither the time nor the place for this discussion.
Shin, you owe it to yourself to admit that you made a mistake. Stop crumbling under the guilt and just accept it.
For those I failed then, and those I failed since, for them, I have to do better. The raiders on the expedition route, Romani decided we would stay and fight them. But giving the order to distribute the weapons to the settlers there, it was my idea. I wanted to give them a chance. but I got them killed instead. The outcome is more important than the intent. What I learned from that mistake was not to let my feelings blind me. Some things are a lost cause. Some chances are too dangerous to take, as much as we may want to believe otherwise. There's nothing to get over. I acknowledge that I've made poor decisions then and now. That's why I'm making a better decision today. You have to see that keeping these criminals alive would be misguided and reckless. The rocket launchers, the ones we found at the crater and Foundation. We had secured those weapons from a military facility with the intent of keeping them safe. Brotherhood hands only, but there was a town being attacked by raiders. I thought that equipping the townspeople would give them a better chance. It didn't work. The town was taken over, and the weapons fell into raider hands. It's my fault that happened. I vowed to never make a mistake like that again. Despite that vow, Initiate Norland still died on my watch. I can't let the past keep repeating itself. I can't give those scientists another chance to harm innocent people. Then I hope you'll also take away the same lesson that I did. This is bigger than all of us. I hope you understand that.
What questions do you have for me? Or has your party made a decision? And what has your organization decided? That's relief. I assure you that you'll have our cooperation.
So that's it then. You and Romani would repeat the mistakes of the past and use these criminals to build more weapons of destruction. To send the world further down the path of chaos for your own gain. All while wearing the Brotherhood insignia on your chest. I thought you understood what that insignia meant. It turns out, I was wrong.
The Brotherhood's mission has always been to use the power of science to guide us to a better world. Rather than murder great minds, we will shape them into people who will serve that mission. And we will do it without barbarians like you.
On that point, we agree. I refuse to serve an illegitimate branch of a principled institution. The Elders need to know about our failures. All of them. It will be my honor to give that report in person. My best initiates will be coming with me. The ones I can trust.
Take them. There are plenty more willing recruits out there who would rather extend a helping hand than a killing blow.
You mean who'd rather cower behind the guise of altruism than take responsibility and make things right? It doesn't matter. Do as you will, Romani. The Elders will judge the outcome. Goodbye.
We are grateful. The work we do next could still change the world.
You go on ahead. I'll bring the scientists back to Fort Atlas, then we can discuss everything that's happened.
You're
Friends,
doing great.
Initiates, faces new and old. It's good to see you today. I am proud to announce that the mutant threat has been cornered and removed. But it came with an unfortunate consequence. I'm sure you all know that relations between Shin and I have been strained for some time now. I'm afraid my leaving out his title is no
See if
mistake.
anyone needs help with anything.
Shin and his followers have decided to part ways with the Appalachian Brotherhood. I had every wish to work together with Shin on my mission, and still do. But he is no longer open to discussion. His loyalty to the Elders is unshakable. He would rescind his oath before besmirching the Brotherhood's name. Should he ever open his mind, I will be ready to listen.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest patrol. He is gonna love it.
Now I have one more announcement to make. I'd like to recognize a particular initiate's exceptional contributions to our chapter.
I'm forgetting something.
In most cases, this recognition would take the form of a standard rank increase. However, being a knight is a dedicated responsibility, and it's become quite clear to me that this initiate has obligations beyond just the Brotherhood of Steel. I won't take you away from Appalachia. As such, I'm granting you the unique title of Knight Errant. Why don't you come stand between Scribe Valdez and I, so I may officially confer your title?
Cleaning duty again? The slow night Shin has it out for me.
For exceptional contributions to the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, I hereby name
Vic
you
Adorium?
Knight Errant.
Good
You may
going,
split your
Erica.
time with the Brotherhood
Right in
as
front
you
of
see
Night Shin,
fit.
too.
We are forever grateful for what you've done for us. Now, everyone, feel free to take a short break before your next assignment. You've earned it.
We should see if anyone needs help with anything.
So, Night Shin is gone. I can't believe it. I wanted to be optimistic about their conflict, right up until the end. But the more I think about it, the more I feel like maybe this was inevitable. If only there was more I could have done. Well, both of them would die for their beliefs. At least this way, they can pursue those beliefs separately, rather than killing each other over them. It is. But at least you and I are still here. Through everything, we made it. That's something we can be grateful for. So don't be a stranger.
I hope my next
You have the
mission
freedom to
soon.
go
I'm
anywhere.
tired of being stuck
But
in
remember,
Fort Atlas.
you're part of our brotherhood now. You'll always have a home here. I'm going to keep doing my job. With one officer down, there's going to be a lot of slack to pick up. There's still a lot more I'd like to see out there, but right now, I need to support the Brotherhood. Things are gonna get a lot looser around here.
Night Shin has it out.
Paladin Romani never believed in strict regulations. She's going to focus on recruitment and outreach. Well, if she can find the time. Don't mention it. As the resident scribe, it's my job to keep things functioning around here. Until next time.
We should see if anyone needs help.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? Who's gonna handle everything? Who's gonna lead the recruits? What am I gonna do? Oh gosh. Okay, I think I'm alright. I don't do well with really big changes. I think I need some time to process this. I'm gonna sit down.
Wait to tell Max about my latest patrol. He is gonna love it.
Congratulations
Did that
on your promotion.
really
Knight Errant.
just happen? I knew things between the higher-ups were shaky, but I didn't think one of them would actually leave, especially Knight Shin. I mean, it seemed like the Brotherhood was everything to him. Well, I guess things are going to change a bit around here.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
I hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
Whatever reorganization we need to do, I'm sure it'll shake out into something even better than what we've got right now. Paladin Romani is the leader I want to follow. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. See you around, Knight Errant.
Cleaning duty again?
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
So, Knight Errant, how does your new title feel?
See if anyone needs help with anything.
Not currently, no. But seeing as there's never been a Knight Errant before, there aren't exactly any established rules for Knight Errants either. Now, we can start making the Brotherhood the benevolent organization I always wanted it to be. Our focus has to be helping the people of Appalachia, reaching out a hand and making them feel safe. This is a new dawn. Be proud that you were a part of it. I'm disappointed Shin would turn his back on us, but it's certainly better than the alternative. There were times I truly wondered what I would do if it came to it. If Shin pointed his gun at me, I know what I would do. So I'm grateful he didn't make me do it. Don't a place for you at Fort Atlas. Ad Victoriam.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
Knight Errant, it has been an honor to serve with you.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant. Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
Knight Errant, it's been an honor to serve with you.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant. Knight Errant, it's been an honor to serve with you.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant. Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
Knight Errant, it's been an honor to serve with you.
He is gonna love it.
Where are my little elves? No, really? I fear for their safety.